Well, that seemed a little intense there.
Yeah, man, I love it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, happy Tuesday, huh?
Yeah, man. Happy Tuesday to you too.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank y'all for listening.
Yeah, made it through. Hopefully, everybody made it through Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You survived it. If you were at any of your in-laws or outlaws' place, you left there on better terms than when you showed up.
Yeah, because yeah.
We usually go to places like that with good intention. Oh, hey, this year, I'm going to be good. It doesn't, I know Uncle Mark's going to be there again, but maybe, hey, this time, I ain't going to let it bother me. That he
Uncle Mark,
right? And if it didn't, it happens every year. You're like, heck, man, I couldn't, I ain't going back. Uncle Mark can suck it. I ain't coming back.
We use the excuses of the coronavirus this year.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
I finally had an excuse.
Yeah.
Because usually I can't find a good enough reason.
Yeah, but hey, Spitcup, y'all coming in this? Oh, yeah, I guess.
Oh, man. Whose house we going to?
Yeah.
Oh,
ain't Rhea again?
Man, I ain't
she's
going
got that
nowhere.
super red lipstick.
Oh, man. Uncle Danny's always putting his fingers in the food.
Yeah, and then scratching,
Yeah,
before
scratching.
and after. Yeah.
Oh, man.
But let's, yeah.
You don't want to eat Christmas dinner and do Christmas at somebody's house that you don't even trust the milk. You know what I'm saying? Like, did somebody pour their glass or did they drink out of the jug?
Yeah. That's right.
I don't know.
Yeah. No, I hear you.
You call me. No. Hey,
but hopefully everybody made it through it. They had a great weekend, and we're going to keep pressing on to the end of this year. We got a few weeks, about a week or so left, and
yep,
and
not even that.
Not even.
Mm-hmm.
No.
A few more days, and it's 21.
Yeah, that's right.
And all year long we've been hoping for 20 to end. And so we can start over with, but it ain't looking too good for 21 either. So.
Yeah, I think it's just gonna, it's gonna be the status quo for, how we've been the last few months, right?
Yeah.
Until we're assuming, like, what was our prediction? Come, right after the election when.
Yeah, there would be
when either Trump gets to stay in office or Biden goes in, then everything goes away, right?
Yeah. We did predict a vaccine, right?
Yeah.
But I think that'll everything. I think we're still, even the politics, all that, still waiting on the inauguration. So.
Oh yeah, no, I hear you.
Anyways, this morning I went out there and checked my scrape, and because I noticed my neck been shrinking, and I'm tired of peeing on my hocks back there, so
yeah.
I said, it's about time to probably go check.
Yeah.
I didn't have much on my camera, realized, rut's probably over, so.
Well, by this time, you usually figure it is, huh?
Yeah, I took my camera down, covered up the scrape and everything. Had one squirrel in it.
Okay.
Yeah, so. Yeah, he had a big old set on him, too, now. Huh?
Did he?
I'm talking about he had a sack bag now. Now look here, squirrels got 4 balls.
Do
you know that?
What are you talking about? Are you making stuff over there?
No, man. Look,
were you eggnogging too hard?
Hey, I thought I didn't know either, but my uncle had showed me. He said, "Hey, these squirrels got 4 balls, and I'm about to show you." We was out squirrel hunting one day, and he cut one.
When he said that, though, did you feel a little more like?
No, I felt like he was just jacking with me. Like, oh man, this got to be a joke.
What's he going to show me?
Yeah. So he cut them open and he showed me, and actually what it is they got 2 testicles, and then they got 2 wax glands, right?
Okay.
So when they breed another squirrel, once they inseminate, then they do a wax plug, so another squirrel can't breed her.
Did you use the word inseminate, Spitcup?
Yeah.
Okay. I never thought that was a word that you kept in your vocabulary.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
impressed.
I appreciate it, man. So this was like I think that was the safest word I could think of.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, that was the cleanest.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You know, we try to keep it clean on here.
Yeah, we try.
But the little old squirrels, when they get to fighting or whatever, they're real fast and doesn't take them long, but they inseminate and then they do the wax plug.
Okay.
So another squirrel can't breed her.
Can't come up behind her and okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So they don't have any, they know who the dad is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So some squirrel's not going to take another squirrel onto Jerry Springer or the Maury Povich show with
they don't,
blood test and all that.
No, they don't even have a child support system.
They don't?
I
Okay.
don't need one.
No, yeah.
I was like, man, I think humans need that.
Yeah. We need to start plugging?
Start wax plugging, man. And that wax plug, it doesn't even come out till she gives birth, so.
Oh, it's in there for good.
So, yeah.
Well, good.
So, squirrels are nuts, man.
Yeah.
It
seems like it.
Hey,
right?
They're nuttier than porta potties at peanut festivals. You know what I'm saying?
Or corners.
That's nutty.
Yeah. Oh, I hear you.
See what I'm saying? Now, me and the boys been talking about building a squirrel feeder.
Yeah.
Instead of walking all over the woods and this, that, and the other. I think I'm just going to feed them.
Just bring them to you.
Yeah, and just build me a little squirrel blind.
Yeah.
Set up there and just pick them off, one or two a day.
Yeah.
Instead of walking through the woods and
chasing them. Just bring them to you. Well, let's work smarter.
Exactly. Them squirrels will never show up when you're squirrel hunting anyways. They always show up when you're setting steel, like deer hunting or something. So we're just going to build us a squirrel feeder.
Yeah. Well, today is Tuesday, right? December 29th. So we have another edition of, the daily holiday, right?
Oh, yeah. What's today's holiday,
so
Roy?
So we're running out of time in this year, right? So will this be our last, holiday? It should be, right, for the year, right? So today's holiday, and now this is going to be for some people. Let's say you had all good intentions on January 1st, 2nd, or 3rd of 2020, right? Mm-hmm. You sat down, you said, okay, hey, this is the year. I'm going to get it together. Let me make me a list. You talked about you being a list guy.
Yeah,
right?
Instead of Spitcup Jenkins, I should be called Spreadsheet Jenkins. You know what I mean?
Make a list, Jenkins.
Make a list.
Right? So let's say, on January 3rd, Spitcup was sitting down and he said, here's what I want to do for the year, right? I want to, A, B, and C. I want here's my goals. Here's my to-dos, not just for that day, but here's what I want to do for the year. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm going to lose 97 pounds. I want to, or whatever it might be, right? I want to finish my college degree, but, I haven't gone to a single class.
You got to start first.
Right, you got to start, right? So today's holiday is called Still Need to Do Day, right?
What?
So what it is, right? Let's say you made your to-do list at the beginning of the year.
Uh-huh.
Today, you get to look at that list and be like, man, I still need to, hey, I still got stuff I need to do.
I got a lot on my list.
Yeah, so today is your day. Hey, let's finish that list up. You know what I mean? So take a long, hard look at that list. See what you can knock out today. All right? You've only got a few days left in this year.
Hey,
you know
look.
what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, because you still got to make your 2021 list.
Yeah. So if you...
ain't much time.
They're not like rollover minutes. You can't just... No, I'll just add this year's list to next year.
Rollover minutes.
Rollover list, right? So today's your day, right?
Yeah.
Look at your list. Can I accomplish this before the end of the year? Hey, if it can, let's make some realistic lists. Let's, don't put on here on January. I want to go to the moon this year. Let's, unless you're, the Virgin Mobile guy or whatever, you're
Elon Musk
shooting satellites into space and and all that jazz. So December 29th today, still need to do list. Let's knock them out. That's your holiday.
Yeah, and you know what? It's hard enough to finish the honey-do list, much less your own.
And that's a daily list.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So
I got one of them every day on the refrigerator.
I wake up because I'm a later sleeper than she is, right? Every day, right? I know my to-do list. Before I go to bed, number one, wake up, walk to fridge.
Yeah.
Right? Get list. That's what it says on there.
Get list. That's that's before brush teeth.
Yeah. Right. If she hears me peeing in the morning, she'll be like, "Hey, are you forgetting something?"
I'm reading it right now.
Yeah.
So my buddies say, "Hey man, let's go crappie fishing." And I'm like, "Hold on a minute. Let me go see what's on the fridge."
Yeah. Can I fit it in somewhere?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Did she leave me any downtime, or any me time today?
Right.
I'm like, nope, not today, fellas.
That's all right. It'll all work out.
It does.
I get in trouble every time, anyways.
Yeah. So you might as well do it.
Pick and choose on there what you want.
Yeah.
I usually do the easiest ones and
Yeah.
leave the hard ones for my kids.
Oh yeah. Well, and see, that's the luxury you still have. And see, my youngest, heck, they're off and gone and in school, and I look at lists now. I'm like, man, I should have had more kids or something.
Yeah, man.
I need to get some of these grandkids that all these folks
buddies,
talking about.
Start having kids when you're young and have a lot of them.
Yeah.
A lot of people are like, "Oh, I can't afford my butt."
Yeah.
They got programs for that. Okay.
Yeah. The government to help with that part.
Yeah.
You're going to want that, all them hands, because, that house we bought down the street here, I always wondered, they were like, "Hey, those people had like 6 kids." And I was thinking, man, that's a lot. But I realize every day when I'm out on the property, I'm like, man, I like to have 6 extra sets of hands out here.
Mm-hmm.
It's just me doing stuff.
You know how many weeds you can pick out of the garden with
come on.
a bunch of kids?
Yeah. How many fence I could get put up?
Oh, my gosh.
Shoot.
Man. Or that chicken coop I've been trying to build.
Yeah.
That thing done been built.
Oh, yeah, it would.
Within a day.
It would have. So, anyway, folks, so you do anything special over the weekend, huh? I mean, I just sat and watched sports all week. If I'm not fulfilling a list, right, something my wife wants me to do, it's probably a good bet. Now you're going to find me in front of a TV, just watching some type of sport. I mean, I'll watch all kinds of sports, right? It doesn't matter. I'll watch, old men weave baskets underwater.
Basket weaving,
right?
championship.
As long as there's some competition involved in it, right?
Yeah.
Because, you got some, and I like watching the ones where they're not even too athletic, right? You got, like old dudes throwing darts, I mean, they're just throwing darts. No, that's a different skill, right? They've got a skill that I don't have. But, I mean, don't look at them.
It's not like they got to go train.
Don't look at them. Well, I mean, you got to go to a bar and, you get liquored up and throw a dart. But,
you got to be able to hit bullseye while you're drunk.
No, just don't call them athletes, right? I'd get in arguments at work sometimes and folks would call NASCAR drivers athletes. I'm like, what do they do? The car's the athlete.
Listen,
what I mean?
Just because it's a sport don't mean they're an athlete.
Yeah. Now, they may be athletic. They may be in shape. I mean, heck, at one point I was in shape, right? But athletes, I mean, now, the guy running around the car with a 200-pound jack slinging it all over the place or carrying them tires, right, or that fuel can, they're athletic.
Yeah.
They're more
athletic. Well, look here. I've seen some real fat bow hunters.
Yeah.
Okay? And bow hunting's a sport.
Yeah.
That doesn't make them guys an athlete.
Yeah, I've seen Wes Malott. He's a big old bowler, right?
Yeah.
He don't look too athletic.
I mean, he ain't out there running laps around the track and getting in shape to throw that ball.
No. So, anyway, so I'm watching sports this weekend. And right now we're in the season, so the NBA just started. And, I'm a Dallas Mavericks fan and, bless my heart, I guess. But, so I like commenting on funny things I see while watching sports, right?
And there's always something funny.
Right? There's always some athlete that's either showing their tail or just doing something just dumb, right? Or looking silly, right? Yeah. And I enjoy it because I'm like,
it's part of the entertainment.
Hey, that's right. You're there to entertain me? Neat. You did it. Congratulations.
Right? You're a champ.
You're mission accomplished, right? So, first, I was watching the Mavericks and the Clippers game. I think it was Sunday, right? And so we commented on this not too long ago on our "What Kind of Fan Are You" show.
Yeah,
remember we were talking about that?
Yeah.
Are you going to hoot and holler at the wrong time, or just or just sit there and say nothing? But it also went into what kind of participant are you? If we're out there losing by by 6 touchdowns, and you break up one pass in the end of the fourth quarter. Don't jump up and show your
like
tail.
You won the Super Bowl.
Yeah, right. And the guy you've been covering's got 9 catches for 200 yards and 4 touchdowns. I mean, did you really?
You knocked down one pass.
Yeah.
You're the champ.
Yeah. And so I was watching the Mavericks and Clippers this weekend, and I mean, if you're a Clippers fan, hey, it was a hard game to watch. It really was because the Mavericks. It was an NBA record. The Mavericks were up at halftime by 50 points.
Wow.
Already up by 50 points. You know what I mean? And so now I'm watching this game. The Mavericks, at this point when I'm watching it, late in the fourth quarter, they're up by 51. There might have been 2 or 3 minutes left to go, right?
Come on.
There's third string, fourth string folks, playing, folks that you really don't normally see in the game.
Let's see if somebody can score. Dadgummit.
Right. And hey, let's not play that much defense. And you could tell the refs were ready to leave. They weren't calling all these fouls. Hey, let's just get this over with.
Easy
fellas.
night.
Right. It's like one of those high school games. Remember, we working there like, hey, let's keep this clock running, right? I mean, this game's essentially over. Let's just keep the clock running. And so I see this Clipper guy dribbling the basketball, and his defender's kind of playing off of him like, hey, I mean, we're just going through the motions here, fella, right? And this Clipper guy does this weird move like he's faking everybody out. He's dribbling, and they're all kind of looking at him, and he drives to the goal and lays it up. Nobody challenged him.
Was he like, yeah?
Yeah, and he lays it up, and now they're down by 49, and it's like they just won the championship. He was so happy. And I was like, what are we doing? Where was that enthusiasm when it was 2-0?
Well, I mean, the only thing I can say about that is he was on the bench. Apparently Coach needed to start him.
Yeah. I guess he might have been trying to play his way into the starting lineup. Hey, hey, those first 5 ain't really doing it, Coach.
Yeah.
Hey, look at me, right?
Yeah.
And
but at some point you got to be like, okay,
yeah,
you're ahead 50 points.
Yeah. Let's just go down there, dribble around. Let's shoot.
The world knows they wasn't guarding you.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. They were guarding you about as much as they do in the All-Star game.
Yeah.
When the score is 200 to 189.
Yeah.
There's no defense in that game, right? And so the second thing I was watching the Packers and the Titans play.
Yeah.
Sunday night.
But that was a good game.
Could have been better, right? It was close for a little bit.
Well, it was probably cold, wasn't it?
Oh man, was it? Right. So snowing real bad. It's like in the mid-20s at best, right? And it's kind of like a winter, watery snows. And you see the fellas out there; they had the wrong cleats on and they were sliding. You're like, And of course, the one of the NBC sports announcer, right? The one that I'll almost watch the game with the volume off because I hate hearing you talk.
Yeah.
Right. He always seems to just make comments that you're like, I mean, come on, what are we doing?
Is that all you could think of?
All right, so the Packers made some play, right? They did a very good play, right? Their receiver did good. He didn't slip on a route, but the defender did, but he says something like, the Packers are, they train for this. They're, they do this all the time. That's how he made it sound. And you're like, this is the first game of the year they've had to play in this condition. He makes it seem like for 16 weeks out of the year they are playing in snow at the beginning of August, or September. That it's 12 degrees in Green Bay, Wisconsin,
or acts like every one of the players are from Green Bay,
right. So
most of their players are probably from Texas and Florida.
Yeah, right. It's from somewhere from the southeast, and
yeah.
So anyway, if you know who the announcer is, I'm not going to say his name to protect his innocence, but man,
I'd say his name.
Yeah, right. He knows who it is. CC up there.
He knows who it is.
Right. Anyway, so we're watching the game, and man, it was so cold up there. Right, the Tennessee Titans running back, he's a good dude. He'll stiff arm.
Derrick Henry?
Yeah, he'll stiff arm you until next week.
Yeah, he will.
Right, but we make fun. He's got that. I don't know what that's called. He's got that head turd, hanging off the back.
Man.
That
head turd.
Right. I mean, that's only I don't know how to describe it.
When I first saw that, I lost my mind.
Yeah.
And just think about that. That's somebody's hair.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, so that game was so icy and snowy and cold. That thing had 2-inch icicles hanging off the back of it, right? And if my son, we were watching at my son's house, and if he had a way I could pause the game, I was going to take a picture of it and send it to you. But right, so that's what I saw.
Oh
man.
my gosh!
So
this big stiff head turd,
big old stiff
sticking
head
out the back of his helmet had icicles
hanging
on
off of it. Yeah, right. So
Come
if
on,
he'd have failed backwards on somebody, he might have impaled them.
Yeah.
Right. Then I mean, is that murder or manslaughter at worst?
It would be what's that called?
Unsportsmanlike conduct.
Yeah,
or something
unsportsmanlike
like
murder.
Personal foul. Right.
Unsportsmanlike murder.
Roughing the linebacker. You know, punctured lung. You know,
roughing the head turd. I tell you what, I'd grab him by that thing, try to sling him down by it, man.
How many people probably say that, but they can't do it?
Well, look at all the. You used to never see this when we were coming up. Guys that have long hair.
Yeah.
Especially the black guys. Now the white guy, you see some white guys with long hair.
Yeah.
And I don't care. If anybody had hair sticking out of the back, I'd try to grab that hair. Well,
oh yeah.
Nowadays in the NFL, they all got long hair. Nobody ever grabs them by the hair.
Yeah. Because they're going down if you
Look
do.
here,
I mean,
if they made that a big deal, if people started just grabbing and ripping and
snatching somebody's hair out,
they start cutting it off
or shoving it under that helmet.
Gang right. Hey, I was my buddy Weenus Field Pickle had called.
Oh, Weenus, yeah.
Yeah, he had called me about a month ago, and he said, "Hey, man, I don't know. I'm not a conspiracy theorist or anything, but ever since this coronavirus hit,
yeah,
I ain't seen nothing but paper tags."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Really?" He's like, "I've been counting them on the road. There's paper tag everywhere." So guess what?
So on vehicles, okay.
Yeah, paper tags on vehicles. Like
you get a new car.
Yeah, but they won't be new cars, right? Some of them, but most of them are not new.
Yeah.
So anyways, I was like, okay. He said he really noticed it when we got the first stimulus check.
Oh, yeah.
So I was like, okay, maybe people got rid of their old vehicle because they lost their job or something like that, and then they went and got a...
Yeah, they had to get something new,
new
for them to drive, yeah.
So guess what? I start paying attention. Look here, man.
Them everywhere, ain't they?
Out of every 10 cars, there's 3 paper tags.
I figured you say out of every 10, there's probably 12 paper tags. Huh?
There's a lot.
Yeah.
And
so
I started looking at it like...
But I thought when Corona hit and, hey, folks started losing, that our economy just supposedly tanked, right? I mean,
man, ain't no telling.
What are people doing?
We don't even know what them numbers are doing.
Yeah.
Huh?
So
there's people that control the numbers.
Yeah.
Man, but they ain't controlling them paper tags.
No.
So
paper tags tell more of a story on the health of our economy, right? Hey, the more paper tags I see.
People always say, "Oh, our economy, the economy is based." This is what people need to understand. It's based on this and almost only on this. Are people spending money? Are people buying stuff? Yeah. Right?
Well, according to them paper tags.
Look here. I'm going to guarantee it. Makes me want to go back and look at the stock market for the automobile industries, like the companies like Ford and GM and all them, and look at them and say, wonder if they spiked, right, during that time. So anyways, but even right now, paper tag all over the streets.
Yeah. Well, and I was thinking about you because when we went to Shreveport this weekend to visit our son, paper tags all over the place there too.
It was?
They're everywhere.
See?
Right?
Well, look, I'm telling you, man, that ain't just Texas.
Yeah.
I bet there's paper tags all over Indonesia right now.
Yeah,
they done figured it out too.
Yeah, there could be.
They're gonna paper tag.
Right. So, hey, and if you're a listener, you got a paper tag. We're not talking bad about you. Hey, congratulations on getting another vehicle or something else to drive. We're just saying. We're saying, huh?
Hey, look here, man. I mean, where's my paper tag?
Because when Weenus calls and he starts off the conversation by saying, "Hey, I'm not a conspiracy theorist," then he's probably going to bring up something that's probably some type of conspiracy that's
Well-
got Weenus wondering.
Well, look here. Weenus is a conspiracy theorist.
Yeah. Was he? He's the one with that old armadillo helmet that he walks around in, ain't it?
No, he ain't got it. There ain't a helmet that can fit his head. That thing way up here. And,
Yeah.
oh, no. Ain't no helmet fitting him.
Oh, okay.
Huh?
Got a bowling ball sitting on top
He
of
can't
his
even,
shoulders.
He can't even put his hoodie hood on.
Oh, yeah.
Huh?
That's just wasting money if he buys a hoodie.
He
ain't it?
just cuts it off and leaves the neck
Yeah.
open.
Okay. Yeah.
But so, and he had told me, we had talked about some other stuff. And he told me he'd got a wizard sleeve for Christmas. What is that?
Is he a Harry Potter fan? I don't know. Does he?
I don't know. He said, "Hey, check out what I got for Christmas."
Was he wearing it?
No, he just. I don't know if that's slang for something else or. Like, okay, if I wanted something that a wizard had, I wouldn't want just the sleeve. I'd want the whole coat.
Yeah. And was it just one sleeve? I mean.
Yeah, he didn't have an S on the end.
Okay.
It was, what's that called? Plural?
It
No,
was-
singular.
It was singular?
Yeah, it was singular.
He got a singular sleeve, huh?
He got a wizard sleeve. So if anybody can maybe message us on any of our
Yeah, I mean, it's not. We don't know everything.
social media or whatever and let us know what a wizard sleeve is.
Yeah.
Okay?
That might be something because,
Because what if I want one for Christmas?
yeah, I mean, Weenus might be on to something, right? And
They
he's
gonna wean us, man.
and he's keeping it from us because he's like, well, I don't want everybody to have one,
Yeah. He told me it like it was a secret, too.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. And when he said it, I could have said, "Hey, what is that?" Right? Like,
Yeah.
can you explain what that? I don't know what that is, but I just said, "Oh yeah, cool, man."
Yeah.
You know.
Well, sometimes folks do that because they're like, man, what if everybody knows what it is?
Yeah.
But I don't. I don't want to look like the dummy.
Yeah.
Right.
And I didn't want to say, "Oh yeah, I got one of them too," because
Yeah.
I don't. It could have
Because
been
then
bad.
you'd be like, ooh, let me see yours. And you'd be like, oh, it's in the shop. It's at the tailor's.
Mine's getting re-sleeved right now.
Yeah. Yeah, so if you know
Mine's getting an O-ring put in it.
Yeah, it had a leak.
The elastic got wore out.
Yeah. Hey, so if you're out there, right, if you know what a wizard sleeve is, hey, just let us
Drop
know.
us a line, yeah.
Right? I mean, help us. I mean, we try to do our part to help y'all with, being informative and teaching you stuff. We don't know everything, right? I mean, there's some stuff we just don't know, and by God, a wizard sleeve is one of them things.
Yeah, and y'all can be informative back to us.
Yeah, it's a two-way street here, people. I mean, what's going on? Right? Let's not be, as I used to call, don't be a knowledge hog. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let's share it.
Yeah, iron sharpens iron. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Well, so I got a question too, man. Do you, out of all the wasp there is, like yellow jacket, red wasp, wood wasp, whatever, which one do you fear the most?
I'm going to say it's that really red one, them big red ones.
You dang right, man.
Yeah.
Them things will sting you for no reason.
Or besides those, what were those Japanese killer wasps? The murder
hornets.
Oh, hornets.
Come on, where are they at?
It went away.
Yeah.
That's something else.
Yeah.
But them red wasps, yeah.
I mean, so I got to thinking about it the other day, and I thought there's a lot of things that you would or wouldn't do at somebody else's house. Right?
Yeah, sure.
Like, anyway, just,
I'm not going to drink out of
there's
somebody else's pickle jar
Right.
in their fridge.
Right, or I'm not going to fart in their kitchen. I may do it on their couch, but not in their kitchen,
Yeah.
Stuff
well,
like
as
that.
long as it's a couch that's not leather or pleather, because I don't want the, there's no,
Skrrr.
right? I'd rather it soak into their fabric instead of be all loud.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, so the reason why I bring this up is because is it proper etiquette
All right.
to whoop a red wasp in somebody else's yard?
I guess it all depends on what it did to you.
Because look here, man, I hate them things.
Yeah. But I guess it's
I
not
get
yours,
stung.
right? I mean,
Well,
'cause it's,
I get stung by them all the time.
But if it's on somebody else's property, I guess that's their wasp, right?
You see what I'm saying? Like, what if
I'm not going to shoot the deer in your front yard
without asking?
Without asking,
least,
right? Yeah.
Or unless it's at night with a spotlight.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, but if I'm gonna do it in broad daylight, but I don't care if it's day or night or whatever, I will rear back, not even hesitate, and whoop a red wasp.
Yeah.
Right in front of somebody's face in their own yard.
In their own yard, okay. Mm-hmm. Well, I mean that takes a little intestinal fortitude on your part.
Yeah.
You know.
I remember one time my dad was sitting on the porch, and he had grabbed a broom and he was gonna start sweeping off the porch.
Okay.
And sometimes I realize some of the things I did when I was a kid kind of came back to haunt me, because when something bad happens to me, I look at stuff like this.
Yeah.
And I think, okay, that's why that happened to me, because I did that. Well, my dad's sitting there sweeping his porch, and we had low windows, and there was a wasp nest right in that window pane on the top corner of it. Right? My dad goes by sweeping, and he's right by that wasp nest. And
does he see it?
No, he don't see it.
Okay.
But I see it, and I'm not telling him, right? I'm just looking at it, and I kind of want to say, "Hey, Dad, watch out," but I kind of want to see him get stung. He didn't even have a shirt on, right?
Oh yeah.
Well, anyway, said messed up. Well, anyways, so he's sweeping. Well, when he goes on his backstroke, the tip is like almost hitting that nest, right?
Are we still talking about sweeping? Because you're backstroking and tipping here.
Yeah. Even when you sweep, you can have a backstroke and a tip.
Okay.
And you can even do a combination of the two also.
All right.
Well, so he's sitting there like that, and he ain't paying attention, man. The tip goes to hit that nest, and they came down and lit on his back, on his bare back.
Yeah.
And he took off running, man.
He said, Spitcup, why didn't you tell me?
No, he didn't say nothing, man. That son gun took off running, and I'm rolling in the front yard laughing, right? So, and I mean, I know it hurt, because them red wasps, man. Last year I got stung right on the daggum ear.
Yeah.
And my son said the red wasp was so big it was almost big as my ear.
Daggum.
And he got me right on the daggum ear, man. But anyways,
I don't like them. Some of them red ones are bad.
I don't either.
So I mean,
my dad was madder than a duck-billed woodpecker.
Yeah.
Now that's mad right there.
Yeah.
You mad?
I mean, you got a job to do, and that's what you've got to do it with.
Yeah. Use a woodpecker, and you was born with a duck bill.
Yeah. Did you look at your dad and be like, I mean, thanks.
Apparently, his dad didn't have wax plugs.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Good job, Dad.
So.
Right. Well, heck.
Hey, well, guess what? It's Tuesday.
Yeah. Right. So.
You got your 21st century deal?
Right. So we're going to try to. So this will be the last one of the year. Right. It's the 21st century, y'all. There's still things that folks are doing. Mm-hmm. Right. That we probably don't need to do anymore. You know, people and
some of it costs money to do.
Yeah,
you're wasting money.
You're wasting money
and
to
time.
do something that you could do for free, right? And time that you could do immediately, instantaneously for free 99, right? That's about how much it costs, right? So, and maybe this doesn't happen everywhere, you know, in our viewing audience. You know, I know it still happens here. I know it happened when we were stationed in Florida. I know it happened when we were stationed in Abilene. And I know it happened when we were stationed in California. Right? And so you know this costs money to do this, to print this. Right? So,
what are they printing? What are they printing still?
So why are phone books even still being used and delivered, right?
You had to go there, huh?
Right. So, I mean, once a year, you're going to get whatever county you live in, you know, phone book, and it's got the, you know, yellow pages, and it's got, you know, A1 plumbing right off from the top, and, you know, halfway down, it's got Fire Shield in it, and you're like, okay, I know who Fire Shield is. I don't need.
Everybody knows Fire Shield.
I don't need page 9 of the yellow pages to tell me Fire Shield's phone number, because you know who else knows it? Google, right? And let me just hit enter, right? I'm sitting around the house, man. Hey, Hey, what's a Domino's number so I can order a pizza?
Yeah.
You know, I don't hold on. Let me rustle through some pages.
You don't even have to get up.
Right. One, hey, you got the Domino's app? Just order your pizza from the app. You know, pick up or delivery. You know
even
if
you ain't got the app, guess what? Yeah. Bing, Google, Yahoo, Yelp, all these different things on your phone.
There's no hey, who's seen the phone book? Right. Right. I mean, we don't need it anymore.
Hey, Gerald.
Yeah.
Grab that phone book in there.
Yeah. Hey, is Hank's number still in the white pages? You know.
Here's the deal. And if you don't have somebody's number that would be in the white pages, there's probably a reason.
You probably aren't supposed to have their number.
Exactly. Right. They don't want you to have their number.
Right. So, again, somebody is printing those phone books. Now, where we're at, I mean, they're going to be, 40 pages long? I mean, they're not very big, right?
Big.
Right.
I get one in the mail, and they're pretty thick.
Now, when we lived in some of these bigger towns we were stationed in, I mean, those things were coming back looking like dictionary, like the big old encyclopedias.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
The whole collection.
The whole Britannica was in that phone book, right? So I mean, somebody had to pay to print them. Now, I know they get money from ads, advertising, and stuff, but everybody all the way around is wasting money.
Here's what I think too. Okay, the people, because I don't honestly. If somebody called and asked me, "Hey man, you want to put your business in the yellow pages?" Absolutely not. No. Because guess what? When you say how much, they're gonna be like, "It's $1,000 for this size."
You want a half a page?
$250 for a like no. You know why? Because I mean Google. Or if they don't have money,
I'm not catering to the audience that's 75 and up. I mean, they're still real people, right? We bless their hearts. You know, we hope they're around for another, 25, 30 years, right? But
what? No.
More?
Oh, like 4.
Less? Oh. Right. So, but we're
it's
putting
the 21st century.
Right. We're cloning people, right? Right. We're cloning people and we're handing them phone books. I mean, that makes no sense.
I mean, we're getting vaccines that alter our DNA now, right?
Yeah.
They're turning us into robots and stuff.
Yeah.
So why are we still using a phone book?
Phone book. I mean, maybe if you've got an unleveled table, right, and you're like, man, I wish I had a book that was, I got one, right? Maybe you can use one to level your table, or you got an office chair that's
start a campfire,
that's on its lean back, and you need to, level up, start a campfire, right?
I got a feeling you just made fun of my chair.
Well, I mean,
Yeah. Well,
so phone books, people. Let's burn them. Hey, let's have a phone book burning party. Let's have a phone book
bonfire.
Yeah. Right. December 31st is National Phone Book Burning Day.
Bring your fax machines too.
Yeah, bring your fax machines. Right. Yeah. I mean, we need to make that a holiday. We're probably too late in the year. I guess we should have started on it earlier, right? December 31st should be Burn Your Phone Book Day.
Yeah.
And if you still have it, it should have been called Get Smacked in the Mouth Day for still using it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Hey, and all you companies and businesses that still put an ad in the newspaper or the phone book.
AAA bail bonds. There's one in every town.
AAA bail bond. Right. That's got to be a franchise, right?
Well, I mean, you know why they do that, because back in the day, they wanted to be the first thing in the phone.
Listed.
Right?
Yeah.
Everybody, AAA plumbing, AAA roofing. Yeah. Man, that guy does he does everything.
AAA steaks.
Yeah. Yeah, he does it all, right?
Yeah. I got AAA guy owns it all.
Yeah. A1 mufflers. Dadgum, he's
A1. Right? AAA, A1.
That's right.
Yeah.
You never see anybody who's like
B3.
Triple F, Oh, yeah.
They never see you.
The double D's.
Yeah, you never see nobody with a Z27 plumbing company, right?
Yeah, they never get called, right? He's sitting there like, man, this job sucks.
Yeah.
I knew I should have went to interior decorating school, right?
Or aromatherapy. I saw one the other day. I can't remember what it was. It was some kind of degree that was.
Oh man, they're everywhere, right?
Yeah, it was like I think it was like Christmas ornament degree, something like that. So.
Gift wrapping paperologist, right?
Paperologist.
Right? I mean, there's everything.
Yeah.
Right? You can get it by correspondence online, you know.
Yeah, Christmas light technician, specialist.
Yeah. Right? I mean,
Yeah.
what are we doing with our life, people?
I don't know.
You know, let's be a productive member of society.
Mm-hmm.
You know, yeah, you can hang folks' Christmas lights if you want to, but I mean, do we need to, you know, waste $70,000 of your parents' money every year to
$70,000, dude.
you know, to send you to school to, you know, to learn how to, you know, whatever.
Yeah,
burn incense.
Sit in your room.
So, dang, people, what's going on?
Well, look, like you always say, treat everybody good.
Yeah.
Hmm?
Yeah, you better, right? Hey, you're running out of time if you were going to make amends with everybody for the year, because you don't want to start 21 off, you know, already on the bad side of everybody, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So,
And speaking of starting 21 off, our next show is going to be the 2020 recap, right?
So is the next show? Are we still in this year? Well, I don't even know what to.
I think the next show is
Oh,
going to be
man,
the
that's-
first day of 21.
So we're going to recap and get 21 off on the good foot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're going to put our best foot forward.
Yeah.
But we're going to take a look back at
Yeah.
the steps that was taken during 2020
Yeah.
and see if we can learn from
What
it.
got us here, and hey, let's not do that again.
Yeah.
You know?
So, anyways, folks, thank y'all for listening.
Yeah, man.
Let the Lord be your focus
Yeah.
and
That's it.
handle up.
Yep.